Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Student Activity Center here at Troy High School. And I know it's a little bit late here tonight, but the first two ball games ran kind of long. But here we are anyways, getting ready to tip this thing off. Our own Troy Trojans taking on the Trotwood Madison Rams. Hi, I'm Dave Fisher, along with my good friend here, Doug Page. Doug, welcome back after a week off. But
the ballet called.
The ballet called, and now you're back, and here we go. And Troy's got their work cut out for them here tonight with the Trotwood Madison Rams.
Well, I tell you, if it's anything like the junior varsity game, which just ended, Trotwood Madison won by two. 61-59, and it looked like the boys 64-59, and it looked like the boys might pull it out, but it was a heck of a good game.
Absolutely good game.
Wow.
And they were going nip and tuck all the way down to the end. And the freshman game, Troy won that one by 2 points. Don't remember the score, but we've won one, lost one, and now here we go into the varsity game. This is the one that matters. And again, Trotwood Madison Rams coming in here on a five-game winning streak.
5 games.
5-game winning streak.
Here we go. It's Troy meets a buzzsaw tonight. That's what Trotwood Madison has been over these past several years in the GWalk North. And they've started out, as Dave mentioned, undefeated, 5-0. This month alone, well, let's see, Rams beat down Piqua 81-56. No tears here in Troy.
Right.
They dropped Fairlawn. I understand that was, 150-mile road trip?
150-mile road trip.
That score was 79-61. We're seeing a little trend there, but then they came up against a pesky Fairborn team that, a week ago, Troy nipped by 2 points. Well,
right.
The Rams did a little better. They put away Fairborn 78-72. And then this Tuesday, they went, took on Northmont. That was another barn burner, but Trotwood came up with a 74-64 victory. At 5-0, that's good start in anybody's book. Yeah, what the heck? Okay, the Rams are led by Torrey Payton. Oh, we have an arm in the picture. That was newspaper.
That's newspaper.
That was newspaper. We don't care about cameras. 35 years in newspaper, I never. Oh, he's blushing. Can we get a picture of the blushing reporter? Oh boy, red light there. Anyway, as I was saying, Rams are led by Torrey Payton. He's just a 6'3", and he's a junior guard who's averaging nearly 25 points a game, and that's good enough to make him the number 4 scorer in the league. Against Northmont, he had a mere 19 points. The Bolts appear to have keyed on him. Fat chance that working. Okay. The Rams got another 18 points that night from Amari Davis. He's 6'4", and he's a freshman guard. Yes, he's a freshman, and yes, he is a guard. Davis is only averaging 20 points a game. You're seeing a picture here. In terms of scoring, the Rams may have the best backcourt in the league. And I think I can possibly say they have the tallest one. But you can coach up kids for a lot of things. You can't make them grow any taller. Then again, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the 13 points and 11 boards that Tuesday night from Miles Baylou. Mr. Baylou is a mere 6'2". He's a sophomore forward. He has a specialty. He's leading the GWalk in rebounds. He averages just a smidgen, fewer than 10 a game. In 5 games, this kid has pulled down 20 offensive boards.
That's a good total on the offensive glass. Absolutely.
Can you say second chance shots? Okay, the Rams are big. They've got 10 kids on this team that are 6 feet or taller. One as tall as 6'6", and he's a freshman. So we're going to see a lot of him over the years. But they're also averaging more than 14 steals a game. Okay. Add that to the 17 offensive boards they're averaging a game. 14 and 17 in my mathematics, that comes to 31 possible second chance shots. 31. Even if you hit half of them, what's that? Let's say it's 16. That's anywhere from, if I'm doing my math in my head, 32 points?
Right.
Possibly?
Yes.
That's a huge advantage. Offensively, the Rams use their height and their quickness. They're looking for that open jumper, that two-pointer. Hey, if they miss, they're going to get the rebound. They don't shoot threes. They've shot, 42 threes in 5 games. 42, that's all. And they only made 7 of them, but we'll get to that in just a moment. If they are going to shoot the long ball, it's going to be Mr. Patton who's going to be the trigger man. Because this kid is 7 for 15. All of their three-pointers, 7 for 15 from long range. You know, I know lots of kids that would kill to have a 40%, 47% shooting average on two-pointers, and he's doing it from three.
From three-point land, yes he is.
Okay, they haven't needed that long ball. Patton, Davis, Ballou, they're all better than 50% shooters from the floor. They spot up, they're open, stop and pop, baby, it's over. It's in the hole. There are only three seniors on this Rams team. That doesn't mean anything because at the end of last season, the start of this season, this is a crew that has shown that they're well seasoned. I mean, you don't get to 5-0. You don't play with the big boys unless you can. And they're tough. They're a group of tough competitors. This could be a barn burner. Fairmont played them close. Northmont played them close. There's no reason to think that Troy, you know, you get the breaks. You don't commit to turnovers. You block out. You hit the free throws because, quite frankly, neither team shoots free throws worth a darn. They're both under 40%, 50%. You know, here's the old man complaining about free throws.
Right,
again.
there you go.
Well, I point to the JV game. In the last minute and 12 seconds. Well, make it minute 12. Okay, the last minute 12 of the JV game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 free throws. Of those 10, 7 of 8 went down, 5 of 6 went down for Trotwood Madison. And frankly, that was the difference in the JV
That
game.
was the game, the JV game. One thing we got to look about with Trotwood that is interesting. The only home game that they had was the Pickwick game, and they won that easily, 81-56, like you said earlier. The other thing is the Fairborn game that was their closest one. That went into overtime, and they were able to squeak that out by 6 points. But the key here for Troy and the Trotwood Madison Rams, this is their 5th game in 8 days. So these kids, not only did they take a 150-mile road trip to go up to Fairland to play a game, but they've also been on the road, and they've got away with 5 wins. So, you know, this team is young, the Trotwood Madison Rams, and, you know, they're showing some stock here that they're able to play some basketball. And their opening game with Thurgood Marshall is, well, that team, Thurgood Marshall, is one of the teams that's expected to possibly make it to the state title game. So, you know, this Trotwood Madison Rams team is tough, and Troy has got their work cut out for them here this evening. I tell you what, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with more of the pregame show here on TCR Sports.
Hi, I'm Tracy Bodey. If you're looking to experience quality service at a fair price, come see us at Bodey's Automotive. We're located right down the block from Walgreens at 407 Peters Avenue, or you can reach us at 937-703-1614, or like us on Facebook at Bodey's Automotive.
Welcome back to the Student Activity Center here at Troy High School, where the Troy Trojans are getting ready to take on the Trotwood Madison Rams. Dave Fisher here, along with my good friend Doug Page, and you know, I also want to welcome all the folks on Troy Community Television on demand. So this will be taped, rebroadcast here probably in a few days, and David Denoyer, our photographer here, will get that up for you on Troy Television on demand. And
I'm going to request from Denoyer,
yes,
either makeup or a mask for you.
One or the other, folks. But anyways, Troy's coming in this ball game tonight. They started out last week extremely well, winning a tough game against Fairborn. great game, one of the best games I think you and I have called in a long time. Great game. Troy showed a little bit of moxie and came back and won that game against a very good Fairborn Skyhawk team. Then we went over to Greenville, and then the wheels came off. Unfortunately, Greenville came out like a buzzsaw. We were over there and broadcast that game too. Chuck Fox and myself. You were off on the road that evening. But
LA duty.
Yes, and like I said, the young man over Giozzi over in Greenville had 37. And honestly, Troy played a pretty good ball game. They just could not. I mean, everybody was scoring. Those games happen.
Yeah. Okay,
and then Saturday night they turned around and had to play again and went to Northmont and lost to Northmont 69-53, and they were in that ball game until late. So Troy, had a little bump in the road, and they're going to have to get back on the winning track here tonight. But they've got a tough team with Trotwood Madison to come up against here this evening. But the key to Troy is free throw shooting. They've been suspect at best. Also, their rebounding, even with the big men inside, they have a tendency to allow other teams to get on the offensive glass and bat the thing around and put it back in. So Troy definitely tonight has to keep Trotwood off of the offensive glass, get those defensive rebounds, get on the other end and score.
It's going to be interesting because if Troy goes with a big man lineup of two guys, they're going to be, Trotwood's going to put out 3-4 large bodies. And underneath that basket, it's going to be war. We'll see how the officials call it. I've been impressed with the officiating tonight. It's been very, very consistent.
Yes, it has been.
That's all you care about. Be consistent. It's the hardest thing in the world to do. I would like to be a consistent radio and television color person. I can't even talk.
Well, the other thing that we're starting to notice here this evening, there's two young men for Troy that is not dressing here tonight. One is he is out there now. He just came out of the locker room. Romello Cube is not starting according to our lineups that we just received here by our crack help, Josh Brown for the Troy Daily News. That you saw his arm coming in.
The arm Brown.
So, anyways, but Romello's not starting this evening. Also, Zach Reichendeferter is also he is not even dressing here tonight. A 6'3" sophomore that has been playing extremely well for the Trojans. Not sure why Zach Reichendeferter is not dressing here this evening. Don't know, but he's definitely in street clothes. That's going to hurt the Troy Trojans.
Well, given all the viruses and bacteria and nasties that are going around town, and you better not breathe on me.
No.
This happens in high school basketball all the time.
Especially around this time of year, the Christmas holidays, there's a lot of people out and about, and everybody's, doing their thing. So, it's
somebody
you just
gets
never
sick
know.
And it just kind of, you've ever had small children? Oh, Lord.
Yes, absolutely. So,
shall I do the starting lineup? It looks like
I tell you what, we're going to take a break, and we'll come back right after these messages with tonight's starting lineup here at Troy High School and TCR Sports.
Jim Taylor's Troy Ford, 3230 South County Road, 25A, right here in Troy. 339-2687 or TroyFord.com. At Jim Taylor Troy Ford, you'll not only find low prices on great vehicles, but an award-winning service department as well. Jim Taylor's Troy Ford, 3230 South County Road, 25A, right here in Troy.
Welcome back to Student Activity Center here at Troy High School, where tonight's ball game, the Troy Trojans are taking on the Trotwood Madison Rams. And for the Trotwood Madison Rams starting lineup, my good friend Doug Page.
Starting at guard, a 6'4" freshman, Amari Davis. Starting at forward, Miles Milu, a 6'2" sophomore. Starting at guard, a 6'2" junior, Amir Foster. Starting at forward, a freshman, 6'6", Justin Stevens. And starting at guard, a 6'3" junior, Tori Payton.
Thank you, Doug. That is the starting lineup for the Trotwood Madison Rams and for our own Troy Trojans. Starting at guard, wearing number 4, a 5'5" senior, Estevan Stafford. At the other guard, a 6-foot junior, wearing number 10, Ryan McClurg. At a guard, a 6'1" junior, wearing number 14, Kennel Kennel. At a forward, wearing number 32, a 6'4" forward, senior, Austin Persinger. And rounding up the starting lineup for the Troy Trojans, a 6'8" senior, wearing number 40, Micah Litton. Micah Litton starting at center position. Also around the township, around the county here this evening, Bradford's at Ansonia, Bethel's at Arcanum, Newton's home against Mississinawa Valley, Tip City's on the road against Tecumseh, West Milton Bulldogs, they're idle tonight, but they will take on Arcanum tomorrow evening. Miami East is at home against Tri-County North, Pickwa's at home against Sydney, and also Troy Christian is idle, and they'll be going tomorrow night against Dayton Christian. That is what's going on around the county. And here we go, we're getting ready to tip this thing off. Micah Litton is getting ready to jump center. It's number 4, Miles Ballou. Official's got the basketball, blows the whistle, and we're getting ready to start. The ball official kind of hesitated and didn't get the ball up. The other official came in and says, no, we're going to jump this thing again. So here we go for the second time around here this evening. Ball's up in the air and it's away. Trotwood Madison controls it. Torrey Patton with the basketball being guarded against Persinger. Persinger is wearing number 15 tonight, right inside the number 4, Miles Ballou, and he puts it up and in a half hook shot on the left side. Persinger with the basketball, gets it, kicks it up. Kennel across the timeline to McClurg. McClurg looking to look. Stops on the left wing. Back to Kennel. Stafford with the basketball at the top of the key. Kicks it around the right side to Kennel. Inside to Litton. Ball's tied up, jump ball, but it will remain Troy's basketball. You're just tuning in. Troy taking on Trotwood Madison. 7:29 left in the first quarter. Trotwood Madison scored on their opening possession off the tip. Troy out of bounds underneath the right side. Gets it into Stafford on the right corner. On the dribble. He's being guarded by Stevens. Over to Ken on the left side. Turnover. That's Amai Davis. Davis going right to the basket, up and in, and it goes. Should be goaltending. No. No basket, and it was interfered on the way up, but it does put Amar Davis at the line, shooting 2. Thanks to some of our sponsors that make it all possible here on TCR Sports. Ording's Party Time, Hoagie's Pizza House, Dave's Services, the Troy Meat Shop, Mosley Stove Shop and Chimney Sweep, and Tim Purdy Remax Professionals. First one by Davis is a miss. He is a 6'4" freshman. This kid has definitely got a basketball body. Takes a couple dribbles, releases his second one right through the heart. So Trotwood now takes a 3-0 lead. Trotwood in a full court press all the way up to the third. Clerk's got one to beat. He's fouled going to the basket. Clerk's going to go to the line, shooting 2. Good work by Troy getting that ball up the sidelines and getting in behind the Trotwood Madison defense. Noticed, Doug, we've noticed all the teams here, they don't waste no time getting that ball in when they see they're pressed. Clerk's first attempt, no good off the back of the iron. Troy is yet to crack the scoreboard here tonight. 7:09 left in the first quarter. Clerk at the foul line, couple dribbles, he looks, he shoots. Hard off the back, no good. There's that free throw, getting in trouble again. Lob into the number 4, Miles Ballou, and it's good. 5-0 lead by Trotwood. Ball was inbounds to Stafford and was kicked out of bounds by Davis. Gets it into Kennel. Kennel back to Persinger. Persinger handling the basketball. Gets it to McClurg. They still haven't got it across the timeline. They got to get it across. They do. They get it to Kennel. Back to Stafford at the top of the key. He's running the offense. Lamelo Recoup is not starting tonight. Kennel with the basketball, gets off the right side. Stafford for a long three, way long rebound. Trotwood. Trotwood on the run, all the way up to Ballou. Got it to go. Led him just right. Troy is now trails 7-0 with 6:22 left. Full court press by Trotwood. Gets it back to Persinger. Persinger still getting across the timeline, forces it out, but it goes out of bounds off of Trotwood. Remains Troy basketball right at the half-court line.
The issue appears to be that Troy doesn't have a ball handler to break this press.
Yep, Persinger gets it in.
Sloppy
pass, but gets away with it to Stafford. Stafford gets it in the Kennel. A little to Litton. Litton strong to the basket, gets a strip down on the floor. It's going to be a jump ball.
Stevens just hammered the ball.
Hammered the ball, and he got it back, and the possession now goes to Trotwood. Trotwood has the ball. Patton gets it up all the way to Ballou. Back in the corner to Patton. Patton on the dribble, heading right. Kicks it inside the number 11. Stevens. Give and go. And that's going to be a 9-0 lead here with 5:50 left. And Coach Brayton had enough of it, and he says we're going to take a timeout. There's a timeout on the floor, and we're going to take one too. We'll be right back with more high school basketball here on TCR Sports.
Hi, I'm Tracy Bodey. If you're looking to experience quality service at a fair price, come see us at Bodey's Automotive. We're located right down the block from Walgreens at 407 Peters Avenue, or you can reach us at 937-703-1614, or like us on Facebook at Bodey's Automotive.
Welcome back to Student Activity Center here at Troy High School. Getting ready to get underway again. Troy has the basketball, gets it into Stafford. Stafford back to Persinger. Having a hard time breaking this press. Stafford still with the basketball, looking up the sidelines. Finally gets it kicked out of bounds and still remain Troy's ball. Troy is just unsure of themselves trying to get beat this press. Coach Brannigan is not happy right now. Gets it all the way across court into Stafford. Stafford on the dribble. He's being guarded by Davis. The big height advantage against Davis and Stafford. But Stafford throws it off of Trotwood Madison player and goes out of bounds. Still going to be Troy's basketball.
Yeah, when you got 5'5" against 6'4", it's
a little bit tough. Keenan Kennel kicks it in to Stafford. Stafford on the dribble to the top of the key. 5:24 left to go. Troy has not scored yet. Kennel goes right to the basket. He still wasn't able to get it going. Here comes Trotwood, Patton on the dribble. Going right to the left side. Followed up by Davis. No good. Troy with the rebound. Stafford on the dribble. Fast break going. Gets it all the way to the right corner to Kennel. Gets it into Litton. Litton is fouled by number 11, Justin Stevens. That is the second team foul for Trotwood. Stevens' first team foul. Troy will have the ball out of bounds underneath their own basket. Kennel throws it out of bounds. Intended receiver was Stafford on that. Wasn't anywhere close, and turnover Troy. Coming in the ball game now for Troy is number 24, Trey Guccio. Kennel is going out. He's talking to the coach. Coach is not happy with the play right now. Patton with the ball in the inbounds. Gets it over to Davis. Back to Patton in the right corner. Being guarded by Persinger. Persinger fights through the pit. Ballou with the ball. Tries to kick it into Stevens. Stevens got it down on the low post. No good. Kicks it all the way back out to Patton. Short on the three. Rebound McClurg. Stafford with the basketball. 1-5 with the push.
Mr. Herring.
No, Persinger got the foul.
Persinger?
Yes.
Okay.
They got him on a push away from the basketball.
He and Patton have been going at it.
Okay, I said I was watching the ball come forward. It was way down on the opposite end, so way from the ball. So it goes back to Trotwood. Trotwood with the basketball. Gets it inside to Stevens. Good hands by Micah Litton.
Knocked it away.
Fought around Stevens to get in front of that pass. Knocks it out of bounds, but it's going to remain Trotwood's ball. 4:33 left here in the first quarter. Troy has not put any points on the board. It's a 9-0 lead for Trotwood. Ballou on the dribble. He's going to get McClure on the floor of Stafford. Bunch of ball players going after it, and they called a quick whistle on that. That's going to go against McClure. That is his first. That is Troy's third foul. That touch foul was called just to try to keep this game under control.
Yeah,
good.
Their bodies are flying.
Yeah, good job by the official on that touch call. Davis going right to the basket, high off the glass. Rebound, Trotwood. Trotwood still kicking around. There's going to be another loose ball foul. Not sure, there's a whole boatload of them in there. That's going against McClure. That's his second here. Got his second quick foul. 4:12 left to go in the quarter.
Still 9-0.
All the way out to Davis. Davis to Ballou. Number 5's in the ball out. Foster's in now over to Davis. Ballou with the basketball. Foster in the far left corner. Takes the drive down the baseline. Up. No good. Rebound Trotwood on the putback. There's that offensive glass by Patton. 11-0 lead with 3:50 left to go in the first quarter. Lucio on the dribble. Gets it over to Stafford. There's across the timeline to McClure. He's on the left wing. Way out on the left wing. Back to Stafford. Takes it all the way around to Bucio. Right. Bucio heading back right. Went left. Stafford. There's a pick off. This is Davis going full court. You got it. Long. Put that down. Hello. Wake up. Troy 13-0 with 3:20 to go left here in the first quarter. Bucio gets the ball stripped. Here comes Trotwood. Nice hands by Persinger, but unable to stop Patton with the rebound and gets the ball to go. And there's going to be a foul on the shot. And it's going to put Patton at the line shooting the long three. That foul's going to go against number 40, Micah Litton. So coming into the ball game now is Curtis going out. Kennel's coming in for Troy. Number 10, Shaw is in for Trotwood.
Lane violation.
A lane violation, and that's going to go against Trotwood, so it's going to turn the ball over to Troy. If you're just tuning in, we're at the Student Activity Center here at Troy High School. Troy Trojans take on the Trotwood Madison Rams. 3:08 left in the first quarter. Troy trails 15-0. Troy with the basketball. Kennel gets it across the timeline to Stafford. Stafford on the dribble. He's now being guarded by Shaw. Gets it all the way off in the left corner to Kennel. Kennel kicks it in to Thunderberg. Thunderberg goes up hard, and he is fouled by number 11. Looks like Justin Stevens. That's, no, 15 is who they call. That is Javon Heron is in the ball game now for Trotwood, so he picks up a foul. That's Trotwood's 13th foul. Austin Thunderberg at the line shooting two. First one's away, no good. Hard off the back of the rim. 2:44 left to go in the first quarter. Troy has yet to crack the scoreboard yet. Thunderberg releases it and gets it. So they got their first point on the boards at 2:44 mark of the first quarter. Trotwood with the dribble. Patton with the basketball being guarded by Persinger. Bucio now on Davis. Persinger guarding Patton. Patton's been known to be able to score some points for Trotwood. Gets it all the way in the corner. 15 gets the shot, and that's Heron with the 15-footer, gets it to go. Extends this lead to 17-1 with 2:17 left in the first quarter.
Classic pop and stop from the elbow.
Just a good ball rotation by Trotwood. Troy is yet to get it across the timeline. They finally do. Stafford gets it. Going to drive right. Kind of does a running shot. He gets fouled on the shot by, looks like number 11. Yes, 11. Stevens. That's his second foul here of the first quarter. That's going to put Stafford at the line, shooting two. Television on demand. You'll be able to see this here in a couple days.
Ouch.
I'd like to thank Jim Taylor's Troy Ford and Bodey's Automotive for making it all happen here on Troy Community Television on Demand. Thank you very much, sponsors. Stafford's first one was a miss. His second attempt was good. So that's going to give Troy 2 points. Down 15 with 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Patton with the basketball kicks it over to Davis for Trotwood. Being guarded by Busio. Ballou now has it. He's being guarded by Funderburg. Patton on the far left corner. Persinger's fighting through. They're trying to pick Patton, get Persinger, get him to get loose. Patton all the way on the right side now. Patton on the right dribble. Nothing going. Good defense by. Nice pass across court to number 10, Zika Shaw, and they get it to go. It's the lead to 19-2 with 1:26 to go. Kennel across the timeline on the far right side. Still on the dribble. Dribbles between a couple. Gets it to Persinger. Persinger going right, left.
No chance.
And he is fouled. Persinger will go to line shooting 2.
Ballou went right into him.
Yep. That's going to go against Miles Ballou. That's his first. That's Trotwood's 5th team foul here this evening. Puts Austin Persinger, number 15, at the line, shooting 2. First one is away and strong off the back of the rim. Kyle Litton coming back in the ball game for Austin Funderburg. Persinger going to get his second attempt. Takes a couple dribbles, eyes it up, releases a basketball, and gets the second one to go. Give 3 points for the Troy Trojans with 1:17 left. It's a 19-3 lead for Trotwood Madison. Trotwood Madison gets it right up the right side to Davis. Davis, he's kicking it in to Shaw. Shaw still on the dribble, kicks it back to no, that's Ballou on the far side. He gets the ball stripped. There's a foul. See who it's going to go against. It's going to go against Trotwood, and it looks like it's going to go against Shaw.
Actually, that's on, yep.
It was on Shaw. Persinger triggers it into Busio. Back to Persinger. To Kennel. Still hasn't got it across the timeline. Now Persinger dribbles it up. Persinger still on the dribble, heading left. Going right to the left side. That's going to be a player control foul. He decided he got dropped to his head, and he's going to the bucket. But unfortunately, player control on Mr. Persinger. And that'll be Troy's 6th team foul. Both teams will be in the bonus on the next one. 53.4 seconds left here in the first quarter. It's a 19-3 lead by Trotwood.
Patton's on the bench, so Funderburg has come in for Persinger. Give him a blow, and Larger is in.
Yeah.
We're getting to see a lot of kids tonight.
So Trotwood's going to just pull the ball out to about the half-court line, and they're going to take one shot with 42 seconds, up 19-3. Unfortunately, Troy is trailing this game, so they can just sit here and hold the ball for the one shot. You know, and honestly, Doug, the way this is going, even though Trotwood has scored 19 points in this first quarter, I mean, it's been kind of a silent 19.
They've been sneaky.
They've been, I mean, it really has. I mean, there's nothing really flashy.
They are very, very efficient.
12 seconds now left. Now Davis with the basketball for Trotwood. Kicks it over to Ballou on the right elbow. Ballou stops and pumps right at the foul line. He got him to 3 seconds to go. Troy's got to get it in bounds. 1 second. And he shoots a long one. Oh! And it's no good. It is no good at the buzzer. That was almost a three-quarter court shot. It went, but it doesn't count.
Nothing but net.
So at the end of the first quarter, it's a 21-3 lead by Trotwood Madison Rams over our Troy Trojans. We'll be right back with the second quarter after these messages here on TCR Sports.
Jim Taylor's Troy Ford, 3230 South County Road, 25A, right here in Troy. 339-2687 or TroyFord.com. At Jim Taylor Troy Ford, you'll not only find low prices on great vehicles, but an award-winning service department as well. Jim Taylor's Troy Ford, 3230 South County Road, 25A, right here in Troy.
Welcome back to Student Activity Center here at Troy High School. The Troy Trojans trail the Trotwood Madison Rams 21-3 at the end of the first quarter, getting ready to go into the second. And
How efficient was that full court press?
It was very efficient.
So efficient that Troy was limited to 2 shots from the floor.
Wow.
2 shots in the 8-minute period.
Now Troy now has the basketball, starts the second quarter, gets it in the Kennel. Kennel on the dribble on the right side. Getting right left, gets it in the Persinger, throws it at his feet, turnover Troy. And the ball's on the floor, and that's going to be, should be a jump ball.
Yep.
It is. It'll go over to Trotwood. So it's 7:47 left here in the second quarter. Troy had the basketball, turned it over, and got a jump ball, and Trotwood remains with the basketball.
Zion Taylor is in for the Trojans.
Okay. And he played in the reserve game earlier, so he's got a quarter, maybe 2 left. Blue on the dribble. Gets it in the 3-pointer downtown by Shaw. Gets it to go for Trotwood to extend this lead to 21, 24-3. Persinger at the basketball, gets it.
That's only the 3rd 3-pointer that Shaw's attempted.
And there was a 10-second call against Troy. And another turnover turns it over to Trotwood.
Without a slick ball handling guard, they are really struggling.
Yes.
With Yakub on the bench, it just makes it really difficult for them to do anything.
Shaw with the basketball, kicks it over to Hearn. Hearn back all the way across to Johnson. Johnson to Ballou. Back over to Hearn.
Whoa!
Long 3 by Davis, gets it to go. And that is going to extend the lead to 27-3 with 6:53 to go. And it's going to go a turnover by Kennel out of bounds. And it's going to go over to Trotwood Madison.
For Heron, that's only his 5th attempt at a 3-pointer, and he drained it.
Was that Heron on that, or was that Davis?
Davis. No. Yeah, it was Davis.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
It was still Davis.
Shaw with the basketball, gets over to Ballou. Ballou on the dribble, gets over to Patton in the far corner. Number 23 is not in the ball game. That's Johnson. Johnson gets it. Ballou on the left corner, about 8-footer, no good. Rebound Troy. Stafford on the dribble, gets it across the sideline. He's being guarded by Shaw. Tried to bounce pass into McClurg, nothing doing. Shaw's now on the front lead. Kicks it all the way back to Patton. I think that's who it is, out of bounds, and that's going to go off of Troy and out of bounds, and it'll remain Trotwood's ball underneath their own basket, underneath the left side of the basket. Foster triggering it inbounds, gets it into Patton. Gets it over to Johnson. Johnson goes right to the basket and gets it to go. 6 minutes left here in the second quarter. It's a 29-3 lead by Trotwood. Troy gets it across the timeline to Stafford. Stafford on the right side. He's still on the dribble, being guarded by Shaw. Gets it all the way to the left side to Persinger. Persinger dumps it into Thunderberg. Thunderberg gets it to go.
First basket of the game for Troy.
Comes at the 5:40 mark of the second quarter. Kicks it all the way back across to the left side.
Troy is in his zone defense.
Gets it into Patton. Patton loses the basketball. It is tipped out of bounds by number 20, Zion Taylor.
Well, the Rams quickly recognized they were facing his zone, and then they started seeing if they could hit that 3-pointers.
Foster going to trigger it inbounds for Trotwood. Gets it into Patton. Patton looks down low, nothing going. Gets it back to Foster. Foster for 3, no good. Rebound McClurg. Stafford with the basketball, dribbling it up. It's kicked. Kicked by Mara Foster. Stafford threw it right into his feet. Came right back to Stafford, but unfortunately it's a kick, and the official called it. It's going to be Troy's ball out of bounds. Taylor triggering it for Troy. Kicks it into Persinger on the left side. Nice pass. That was just a nice backdoor cut by Persinger. He saw that they were overplaying, and he went backdoor. 29-7 now. Trotwood lead. 5 minutes, 6 seconds left in the quarter. All the way across to Stafford. I'm sorry, that was Shaw. Gets it at the top of the key to Johnson. Johnson on the dribble. Gets it back to Foster. Back to Shaw. Back to Foster on the left side. Troy in a zone. Trotwood's in no hurry to break this zone. They are up 29-7. Gets all the way across to Foster. They tried an alley-oop to Ballou, and then Troy was able to sniff it out. And McClurg lost it on the pass. Coach had good hands over there and picked the ball up, so it's going to still remain Troy's basketball. Maury Davis is back in for Trotwood. So you've got Taylor, McClurg, Persinger, Stafford, and Funderburg for Troy right now. Stafford with the basketball. He's got it on the dribble. Gets across the timeline to Taylor. Taylor's looking to go somewhere. Nothing doing. Lobs into Funderburg. Back to Taylor. Taylor looking to go the baseline. No good. He got that blocked, rejected. And here comes Davis from Trotwood. Number 1 going left side all the way across the court. No good. Good look, but he wasn't able to finish it. Stafford with the basketball. He looked to double, triple team Stafford. He gets to McClurg. McClurg for a long three. I mean, way downtown. That was 3 feet past the three-point arc. That was McClurg, number 11. Trotwood with the basketball. On the left elbow is Patton. Patton nowhere to go. Throws it back in. Troy recovers a turnover. Stafford with the basketball. He's being guarded by Patton. McClurg on the dribble. No good. Kicks the ball back. Stafford. Stafford over to Taylor. Taylor to Persinger at the top of the key. Persinger look to go right, pulls it back. Lobs it into Funderburg. Funderburg, big man, nowhere to go, but he tried to kick it off the left side. Rebound, Trotwood. Davis on the fly on the left side. Gets it to go. 3:05 left to go. It's a 31-10 lead now for Trotwood. Larger with the basketball. Gets it to Persinger on the right side. Stafford backs the ball up. Gets it over to Larger. Evan Larger's in the game. Persinger with a jump shot right at the foul line. No good. Rebound Trotwood. Foster on the dribble. Gets to Patton on the far left side for 3. Get it to go. Count it. 2:23 left. There's a timeout on the floor. The Trotwood Madison Rams lead our Troy Trojans 34-10. And we'll take a timeout right after these messages here on TCR Sports.
Hi, I'm Tracy Bodey. If you're looking to experience quality service at a fair price, come see us at Bodey's Automotive. We're located right down the block from Walgreens at 407 Peters Avenue, or you can reach us at 937-703-1614, or like us on Facebook at Bodey's Automotive.
Welcome back to Student Activity Center here at Troy High School, where the Troy Trojans trail the Trotwood Madison Rams 34-10 with 2:23 left to go in this first half in the second quarter. And Doug, I tell you what, the Trojans just are having a hard time even getting a shot off with this full court press.
Well, at least they're getting a few shots off.
Ball's inbound. Persinger has it, kicks it up to McClurg. Thinking we've got a number change on that, Doug. Gets it over to Stafford. Stafford on the left side for a long 3. No good. Rebound, Trotwood. Davis kicks it up to Patton. Patton on the left side. Kicks it down in the corner to Bird. For Trotwood, he gets it up and in. 1:56 left to go here in the second quarter. It's a 36-10 lead for Trotwood. Stafford gets it across the timeline. He's on the dribble. Can't see who he's being guarded by at this point, but kicks it over to McClurg, which kicks it back out to the top of the key to Persinger. Persinger back to Stafford on the right wing. Stafford throws it up just at the right elbow of the foul line. Rebound Persinger, no good. Tried to put it back up and in. Here comes Trotwood. Aaron on the dribble, backs it up all the way across to Patton on the right side. Patton to Foster. To Davis for 3 on the left side. Got it.
For a team that doesn't shoot many threes, when they see a zone, they just gobble them down.
I'll tell you what, he was able to drain that one. 1:05 left to go here in the second quarter. It's a 39-10 lead now for Trotwood. Trey Busia with the ball right at the right elbow of the foul line. Kicks over to McClurg. McClurg for about a 15-footer in and out. Rebound Trotwood. Patton on the dribble. Looks inside. Number 25 wasn't able to get it to go. Nice pass by the young man, but no good. Troy with the rebound. Stafford being guarded by Davis. Berg looks inside to Michael Litton, and he gets it to go. Nice no-look pass. Litton was able to sneak in the back door and get it to go to cut this lead to 39-12 with 25 seconds left to go here in the half in the second quarter. Patton with the basketball. He's just pulling it back with 16 seconds left to go here in the first half. Down to 10 seconds. Patton now starting to work the offense. Gets it to Davis on the far left side for three. No good. Ball's batted around. It's going to go off Troy and out of bounds underneath Trotwood Madison's basket with 3.8 seconds to go. When it rains, it pours, Doug.
You got to feel for Persinger. He's been out there
pretty much the whole ball game.
He sat down for less than a minute, but when
Trotwood
you're
gets
desperate,
it in with 2 seconds at the buzzer, gets it to go on the right side, Foster, and that's the end of the first half. The Troy Trojans trail the Trotwood Madison Rams 41-12, and we'll be right back with the halftime report here on TCR Sports.
Jim Taylor's Troy Ford, 3230 South County Road, 25A, right here in Troy. 339-2687 or TroyFord.com. At Jim Taylor Troy Ford, you'll not only find low prices on great vehicles, but an award-winning service department as well. Jim Taylor's Troy Ford, 3230 South County Road, 25A, right here in Troy.
Welcome back to Student Activity Center here at Troy High School, where the Troy Trojans are taking on the Trotwood Madison Rams. Dave Fisher here with my good friend Doug Page and David DeNoyer on the camera. And I want to say hello to Kyle Matthews back at the station, making it all happen to bring it across your airwaves here this evening. Unfortunately, Doug, Troy's run into another buzzsaw with this Trotwood Madison Rams team.
Well,
they're trailing 41-12, and they just haven't. That full court press is absolutely giving Troy fits tonight.
When two of your top players, one who's not suited up, one who is but hasn't played,
right,
it disrupts everything.
Yes.
Particularly when you're facing a really good team, and Trotwood Madison is a good team. Just watching the way they moved the ball, as you said, it was that, scoring 21 points in the first quarter. It was a quiet 21 because it was so much putback.
Yes.
So many stop and pop jumpers. So coach goes in and says, okay, man-to-man's not working. We don't have the horses to run this race. We'll go to a zone. So what does Trotwood do? All of a sudden, the team that doesn't shoot three-pointers puts up 5 attempts and makes 4 of them.
Yes.
Oh, I see why they don't shoot the threes. They don't have to. But you throw a zone at them, and Coach Rockhold's going, okay, it's time for us to practice our zone defense. We're leading by 21-3. Let's, no problems, gentlemen. Go out there and start draining them. For the Rams, freshman guard Amari Davis is leading with 11 points. Miles Ballou, the 6'2" sophomore forward, who has been a beast on the boards. I lost track of rebounds. I apologize. It's just going too fast for this old man, but he has 8 points and a bunch of boards. I wish I could say the leading, Ryan McClurg and Austin Persinger are the leading scorers for Troy with 3 points each. The second quarter, they were outscored 20-9, so there is an improvement. They have been breaking that press. They've been a little bit more efficient.
Right.
But once they get into this monster man defense with these long arms and these big bodies, and Persinger's tired.
No, he's
tired.
Yeah, he came out towards the end of the first quarter. Got a little bit of a rest. Was right back in the ball game. Finished up. He played the whole second quarter, and he's not only handling one big man. He's handling 2 or 3 of them in there, and he's
that's why they went to the zone.
Right.
But he's also the man that's bringing up the ball with the 2 guards.
Yes.
So that's a lot of wear and tear, up and down. Plus he's playing solid defense. Patton, when he was man-to-man on Patton had 4 points.
Right.
That's pretty darn good, but Ballou was filling the basket with 8 in the first quarter. Now that they got to the zone defense, Ballou has had but 1 shot.
Right.
So,
yes.
If you want to look at positives, might as well. It's close to Christmas. It's winter. There was snow today. Hallelujah, snow.
Right. Well, the unfortunate thing with trailing by 29 is that when you go into a zone, they do not have to break it.
No.
And so they're going to force you out to play basketball anyway. So it's you're kind of you're way behind the horse, or behind the cart's behind the horse now on this one, or the horse behind the cart on this one, and it's one of those things that
trailing. Too late to close the barn door.
Absolutely.
To use another old cliche.
Yes, it is.
In that first quarter, Troy did the obviously smart move, one would think, and pushed the Rams offense out.
Yes.
Out all the time. Pushing those guards, Pat and Davis, out. But boy, that opened up the baseline in the middle.
Yes.
The Rams feasted on that. Go back into the zone, and what happens?
And they hit the threes.
Hit the threes. Okay, it's the perfect storm. And again, with two of your forces on the bench or in dress clothes, it's you're a different team.
Yeah, we're not sure about Romello Akub, why he is not playing tonight, but Zach Reichelferter is definitely not dressed this evening. He's in street clothes. Don't know if he has an injury or not, but those 2 young men definitely are a big help getting the ball up the floor for the Troy Trojans.
They're doing the best they can.
Yes.
And I was being a little facetious when I said they were going to run into a buzzsaw, meet a buzzsaw. Well, they ran into the buzzsaw.
They did. So we got got a few minutes left here in the halftime report, and before we tip this thing off, get things going for the second half here of tonight's ball game. Troy Trojans taking on the Trotwood Madison Rams. We'll be right back after these messages here on TCR Sports.
Hi, I'm Tracy Bodey. If you're looking to experience quality service at a fair price, come see us at Bodey's Automotive. We're located right down the block from Walgreens at 407 Peters Avenue, or you can reach us at 937-703-1614, or like us on Facebook at Bodey's Automotive.
Welcome back to Student Activity Center here at Troy High School. The Troy Trojans, we're at halftime, are taking on the Trotwood Madison Rams. And I want to welcome all those out there on TCR Troy Community Radio, and also want to welcome those folks, Troy Community Television on demand. I'll be watching this here in a couple days. So Romello Akub is out on the floor for the first time for the Trojans. He gets the ball in, getting one pass into Micah Litton, and they get a score early on here in the third quarter. But here comes Trotwood. Davis with the basketball, kicks it all the way to the left side to Patton. Patton being guarded by Persinger.
Troy's back into a man defense.
Yes, they are.
There goes
Ballou.
Ballou.
Goes right down the lane. Big rebound by Litton. Gets it to Akub. Akub's getting it across the timeline. He brings it right up the floor. He's on the dribble. Gets called with the carry.
We used to call that palming.
Yeah, it is.
Do they still call it that?
I think some of us older folks do.
Who are you calling old?
Both of us. Patton with the basketball being guarded by Persinger. Gets it down the right side to Ballou. Ballou being guarded by Kennel. Ballou tries to get it in off somebody's knee. And it goes right to Davis, being guarded by Akub. Akub still on Davis. Big block by Litton. Wasn't able to hang on to it, but goes out of bounds off of Troy. It'll be Troy's basketball on the left side of Trotwood's basketball on the left side of their basket. Down low, gets it up top to Patton. Almost picked off by Persinger, but it goes out of bounds. It will remain Trotwood Madison's basketball. 7 minutes left, 7:01 left here in the third quarter. Foster triggers it into Davis. Davis was able to get it. Akub knocked it away. Litton comes up with it. Here comes Akub on the drive. He's on the dribble. Look and go right up the baseline. He gets tipped away, and Foster from Trotwood gets it, and it's a 3-on-2, 4-on-2 break. Foster right to the basket. Right back, an offensive rebound. That was Stevens. The rebound, and they put it back in. 43-14 lead now for the Rams. Persinger. There's that full court press. Gets it to McClure. We're looking in. Gets it to Kennel on the right side. McKinnell's going down the baseline. Mecca Litton goes up. He gets it to roll around. Are they going to give him a 2-shot foul? Or is he still on the floor? They're going to give him a 2-shotter, so that's going to send Micah Litton to the line, shooting 2, a 6'8" senior.
Second foul on Mr. Foster.
Foster's second foul. So Litton going to the line, shooting his first one. First one's away. He got it. I'd like to thank some more of our sponsors here on TCR Sports. Caliber Home Loans, Stanley Steamer, International College of Broadcasting, Heath Murray State Farm Insurance, Sound City Music, and Excellence in Dentistry. Thank you very much. The second one's off the back of the glass and in. Made them both. Trotwood comes right up the floor and throws it out of bounds. It'll be Troy's basketball. They were working that pretty quick right up the floor. 6:22 left here in the ball game. It's a 43-16 lead for the Rams. Clerk with the basketball, gets it in. He's looking to dribble across the timeline. Got it. They look to trap it. Gets to Persinger. Persinger. It was a 2-on-1 if he looked up, but he didn't see it. Kennel for 3, way out in the corner, in and out. Persinger with the big rebound, gets it up, and he is fouled. Persinger going to go to the line, shooting 2. Good hustle by Austin Persinger on the offensive glass. Going to put him at the line, shooting 2.
Austin has been very, very active. He and Patton have been going at it hammer and tong.
Dribbles, takes a look at it, and releases the first one. It was hard off the back of the iron. No good. Yeah, I'd like to thank our underwriters for Troy Television On Demand, Jim Taylor's Troy Ford, Bodey's Automotive. Thank you very much, underwriters, for making it happen on Troy Television On Demand. Persinger's second shot was good. Trotwood with the basketball. Patton looking to drive. He is fouled by Austin Persinger. It's Austin's third team foul, or third foul. It's Troy's first team foul of the second half. Trotwood triggers it in underneath their own basket, gets it to Davis. Davis gets a strip by Litton, just took it right out of his hands as he went left. Gets it off to the right corner all the way down to Persinger. Persinger driving right or left.
Davis
steals. Davis steals it, gets it out to Foster. Foster gets a strip.
Steals.
Yes, so they're
theft everywhere.
There's theft and there's stripping going on everywhere.
Let's keep it clean. This is a family show.
They stripped the ball on one side, stripped the ball on the other. Trot with the ball out of bounds on the right side. Gets it into Patton. Patton being guarded by Busio. Foster being guarded at the top of the key by McClure for Troy. Foster backs it all the way out, gets all the way over to Davis on the left side. Kicks it down inside to Stevens. Stevens going against Litton. Goes right half hook, gets it to go. 5:20 left to go in the third quarter. It's a 45-17 lead now for Trotwood. Berg looking to get it across the timeline, being guarded by Davis. Gets it across. Davis just stripped
him.
Davis all by himself. Got it. Bang. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Posterized.
Troy now gets the ball inbounds. Busio triggers it. Gets it to Akub. Akub on the dribble. Back to Busio. Still haven't got across the timeline. Akub cuts the middle. Busio looking to get across. Gotta hurry. Does. looking to trap all the way across the right side to Kennel. Kennel looks inside, gets it to McClurg, nothing doing. He backs it back out to a Coob. Coob looks to drive, still on the left side, all the way underneath the right side of the basket. Stops, pops down in the corner, no good. Rebound, Kennel. Kennel still has the ball, ball's on the floor. They're gonna call a jump ball, and I think that ball
should come back to, I don't know.
Yep. I think the arrow, I can see it now, is Trotwood. So Trotwood will get the basketball on that jump ball with 4:27 left to go in the third quarter. It's a 47-17 lead for the Trotwood Madison Rams.
We've got both Persinger and Funderburg on the bench right now. So it's a really small lineup.
And a quick foul. That's going to go against Trey Busio, number 24 for the Trojans. He got called with a push on Foster. So that's Busio's first, and that's the team's second here. Trotwood gets it right in. Foster goes right to the basket, misses it, but a follow up by Ballou on the offensive glass extends this lead to 32. 4:10 left to go in the third quarter. Busio gets across the timeline, gets down in the right corner to Linton. Linton takes about an 8-footer, no good. Should be a traveling call. Good call by the official. Mr. Patton for the Rams forgot to put the ball on the floor when he started up with it.
Well, Michael Linton comes out, and in comes Persinger and Funderburg. We're going to play big boy ball.
So we have Persinger, Funderburg, Busio, Taylor, and Akub is now in for the Trojans. Ball gets triggered in by Taylor to Akub on the left side. He's being guarded by Foster. Akub stops, dribbles, takes the ball right to the basket and gets it to go. 3:48 cuts this lead to 30, 49-19. Persinger was guarded by Patton, and Patton just went to the left side and put it up and in. Akub with the basketball, gets across the timeline. He is held up. Looks like by Foster, and that is who it is. Foster, that is his third foul, I thought what they said. Yep. Foster's third. Trotwood Madison's third team foul here with 3:34 left to go in the third quarter. Kicks it into Busio on the left side, way deep. Busio for a long three, no good, in and out. Persinger bats it around. Persinger's just working hard in there. Gets the rebound, kicks it out to Kubitz atop the key, no good. Troy's battling, at least they're sending the boys to the glass. Turnover, that turnover was by Johnson for Trotwood. Busio again for three, no good. Funderburg with a big rebound, big man in the middle, he gets fouled by a Trotwood. That foul is going to go against the number 11, Justin Stevens. That's his third. So that's going to send Funderburg to the line, shooting 2. Thank a few more of our sponsors here. Willoughby's Hollow, Bodey's Automotive, Union Savings Bank, Hybrid Strength and Fitness, Irwin Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Troy CarStar, Trojan Auto Care, Lance Martin, Better Homes and Garden Realty. Thank you very much, underwriters. Funderburg's first one was good. He gets the second one to go too. So 3:08 to cut this lead back to 30, 51-21. Patton with the basketball for Trotwood, being guarded by Akub. Gets it across the timeline. Akub tries to strip it, no good. Patton just spins off to the right. Kicks it down to Johnson in the corner. Johnson tries to get it in. Nice hustle by Persinger to save that ball. Gets it back to Troy. Akub on the dribble, gets across the timeline. And then right up the center of the court. Stops at the right elbow, gets it blocked by Patton. Gets it all the way up to Johnson on the run. Johnson was looking for Davis coming in from the left side. Throws it out of bounds. Turnover, Trotwood goes back to Troy. Shaw back in the lineup for Trotwood at the 2:40 mark here of the third quarter. Troy with the basketball. Coop getting across the timeline, gets it over to Taylor. Taylor's getting double teamed. He's lost. He had his dribble. Don't know why he didn't try to dribble out of that, but it's turnover all the way up the way to Patton. He's fouled by Funderburg. That's going to put Patton to the line, shooting 2. Game is starting to get a little bit sloppy here in the third quarter. Torrey Patton at the line, shooting 2. Takes a couple dribble, eyes it up, releases a basketball, rolls it off the front, off the back, and gets it to go. Ryan McClurg is now in for Taylor. Zion Taylor out. McClurg back in. Patton with his second attempt is away. Rolls it around, but it goes out. It goes off of Persinger. Persinger didn't get the box down low. And Stevens was able to get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds off of Persinger. So it's going to remain Trotwood's ball on the left side of their own basket. Gets it into Patton. Patton to Stevens. To Ballou. Around the horn to Shaw. Right side. Shaw's now dribbling left. Pulls it back out. Way up top the circle. Gets it to Davis. Davis kicks it down to Ballou. Ballou goes left side with a nice left hand. And the basket goes. And there's a timeout. Trotwood, and we're going to take one too. We'll be right back with more Trojan basketball here on TCR Sports.
Jim Taylor's Troy Ford, 3230 South County Road, 25A, right here in Troy. 339-2687 or TroyFord.com. At Jim Taylor Troy Ford, you'll not only find low prices on great vehicles, but an award-winning service department as well. Jim Taylor's Troy Ford, 3230 South County Road, 25A, right here in Troy.
7. Welcome back to Troy Student Activity Center at Troy High School. Troy with the basketball. Koob on the dribble. Gets fouled by number 4, Ballou. Romello Koob had the basketball.
I got you second.
It is his second foul. Busio triggers it out of bounds, gets it into the Koob. Romello on the dribble. Being guarded by Davis. All the way over to McClurg on the right side, far right wing, kicks all the way around to the left wing to Busio. Busio back to the top of the key to McClurg. McClurg stops for 3, in and out, followed by Funderburg. No good. It rolled around and came out. Rebound Trotwood. They're on the run. Lob to Ballou. Half-court lob, caught him right on the left side. Nice pass by Patton to extend this lead 56-21 with 1:17 left to go in the third quarter. Funderburg with the basketball, gets it to a Koob. Koob is getting guarded by 3, gets it all the way up to Funderburg, to McClurg. McClurg driving right, goes right to the basket, off the back of the rim, in and out. Patton all alone, got one to beat is Busio. Up and in. Troy inbounds the ball to a Koob. Busio gets across the timeline to McClurg on the left side. Back to Romello up at the top of the key. Picks up his dribble, looks down in the far left to McClurg for 3, in and out. Letton, and they're going to, I'm not sure what they're calling here. We're looking for a call. It's a jump ball, and it's going to remain Troy's basketball. He wasn't very forceful on that call, Doug. I wasn't sure what he was going to call, but Troy has it underneath the right side of their own basket. Gets it into a Koob. Koob still on the dribble, gets it to Litton. Litton trying to make another pass to the left side over to Funderburg, but one too many passes, and Trotwood got a hand on it, knocked it out of bounds, but it will remain Troy's basketball.
Shaw just arrowed in there to close the passing lane.
Busio triggering the ball out of bounds, finally gets it into McClurg. Kicks it all the way back out to Romello Koob with 25 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Big pass inside to Litton from Funderburg. Nice big men playing pass and catch on that. Trotwood with the basketball. McClurg just hounding Shaw up the left side. Gets it to Patton. Gets it back to Shaw along the far left corner. Shaw gets picked off, kicks it in to Stevens. Stevens hard up, gets blocked by Litton at the buzzer, and that'll do it for the third quarter. So at the end of 3, it's the Troy Trojans 23, the Trotwood Madison Rams 58. We'll be back after this message is here on Troy Community Radio.
Hi, I'm Tracy Bodey. If you're looking to experience quality service at a fair price, come see us at Bodey's Automotive. We're located right down the block from Walgreens at 407 Peters Avenue, or you can reach us at 937-703-1614, or like us on Facebook at Bodey's Automotive.
Welcome back to Student Activity Center here at Troy High School on a basketball Friday night. I'm Dave Fisher, Doug Page, David DeNoyer taking care of the camera, and Kyle Matthews back at the station. Thank you much, everybody. But we got 8 more minutes left here in this ball game, Doug, and it's been pretty much all Trotwood Madison Rams. They're leading the Trojans 58-23 with 8 more minutes left to go, and you know, Troy just hasn't been able to do anything with this press, or at least break it enough to force them back out of it in any way, shape, or form.
And they have no answer for Trotwood's shooting ability to hit the 2-pointers, ability to control the glass. It's been a mismatch.
Trotwood with the basketball. Patton being guarded by a Coob. Kicks it all the way out to Bird. Bird's now in the game for Trotwood. Pretty big kid. Shovels a left-handed shot. No good. Gets his own rebound. Gets it up and gets fouled by Litton. And that's going to send number 25 Bird to the line shooting 2. That should be Litton's. That's his second foul. 14th foul for the Trojans. Bird at the line. His first one's away. No good. Off the back of the glass. I'd like to thank some of our underwriters here on TCR Sports. Ording's Party Time. Dave's Services. Troy Meat Shop. Mosley Stove Shop and Chimney Sweep. Tim Purdy. Remax Professionals. Second shot by Bird is no good. Rebound Trey Busio. Troy kicks it back to Coob. Coob gets it across the timeline. Dribbles in behind his back. Spin move. Heads right. Gets it to Busio in the far right wing. Busio to entertain the idea of shooting the ball, but gets it over to Persing. Rolls it back around the top of key to Coob. Gets it in on the left elbow.
There
nice
we go.
Give and go from Litton to Busio. That's just a nice give and go. Nice play by the Trojans. But here comes Trotwood. Trotwood goes, Davis has it, goes right to the left side, tries to get inside and throws it out of bounds. Troy basketball. About one of the few bright spots tonight for the Trojans was that give and go. That was pretty. That one will be fun to watch on the video. Troy television on demand. Coob with the basketball, gives it to Funderburg. Funderburg back to a Coob. Kind of running a double man high post now. Coob on the left drive. Nice move by Romello. Gets it to go. 6:41 left. It's 58-27 lead for Trotwood. Again, it's pretty much been all Trotwood Madison Rams here this evening. Persinger. He's guarding Heron. Still on Heron. Heron with the dribble. Kicks it all the way back out to Davis. Davis kicks it in to Bird. Back to Heron. Heron with the tip. Didn't go. It's going to put him at the line shooting 2. Not sure who the foul is going to be against. This goes against McClurg. That is his 3rd foul. It's going to send Heron at the line shooting 2. He gets the first one to go. 6:20 left here in the ball game. Trotwood at the line for his second one, gets that one to go. It's now a 60-27 lead for Trotwood, and there's a call away from the ball. And there's a Persinger gets called with a foul away from the basketball. How does Troy keep the basketball? Okay. All right, the official called the foul on Troy, and then he decided to give it to Troy, and
that wasn't
going to happen.
That got straightened out.
Yes.
That's the 4th foul on Persinger.
Persinger has 4. Ball triggered in. And there's a player control foul, number 22, DeRay Harris, a senior, 6'4" senior, is now in the ball game for Trotwood. So that player control foul is going to turn it over to Troy with 6:17 left to go. Trailing by 33. Coop with the basketball, gets it across the timeline. Gets it in Funderburg at the right high post. Funderburg still going, he's kind of forcing it up in there, and he gets called with the travel. Turnover, Troy.
I like to see that, Joe. I like to see it.
He's got the ball. He gets the ball in there on the box, gets it on the block, and he's looking to go up with it.
Well, the coach had told me a couple weeks ago, he said, I've told him he's got 5 fouls. Use them.
Well, Funderburg sets down, and Litton comes back in for the Trojans. Coop is guarding Patton. Gets it all the way across to Harris. Harris on the dribble, looking to go left. No good. Rebound Patton. He just went right over top of Romello. That's where that high size difference hurts. Bird with the shot. Number 22, DeRay Harris gets the ball to go. They're all getting into the act here for Trotwood. Troy getting across the timeline. The Coop has the basketball. He's being guarded by Patton. Gets it into Persinger at the left elbow. Persinger gets around to Coop. Coop for 3 from the right side. No good. Big rebound by Litton. Back up. He got 2 tries at it. He is fouled by number 22, DeRay Harris. That's his 2nd foul already. Going to send Litton to the line, shooting 2. First one's away, and he gets it. Nice touch by the big man. I'd like to thank a few more of our sponsors here on TCR Sports. International College of Broadcasting, Heath Murray State Farm Insurance, Sound City Music, Irwin Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and Trojan Auto Care. Thank you very much, underwriters. Without you, wouldn't make it happen here on TCR Sports. So, Litton back to the line, shooting his 2nd one. It's away. Nice touch by the big man at the free throw line. Got them both to go. But here comes Trotwood. Patton on the dribble. Gets it over to Davis. Davis back to Patton. Patton give and go with Davis. Davis loses the handle, out of bounds. It'll go Troy's basketball with 5:01. 5 and a penny left here in the 4th quarter.
That's the longest bounce pass I've seen in a while, and it was a bullet.
It was. I don't think Davis was expecting it, really. And those are hard to handle unless you're expecting it. Coop on the dribble. He's just going right in, and he is going to be fouled. That is going to go against number 5, Lamar Foster. That's his 4th foul. And that's going to put Troy to the line, shooting 1 in bonus from here on out with 4:52 left. Coop shooting 2, gets the first one to go. Trailing by 32 we are, with 4:52 left. Trotwood came in here this evening just on fire. And Romello was able to get the 2nd one to go. But here comes Trotwood. Foster on the dribble was being guarded by Austin Persinger. It rolled it around and threw it out of bounds. Davis wasn't even expecting that pass on the far side, and it's going to go back to Troy. 4:43 left here in the ball game.
No more full court press.
Nope, they're just backing up. Coop on the dribble. Still on the dribble on the left side. Litton working it. Gets to the right elbow to Persinger. Back to Coop for 3. Downtown. No good. In and out. Troy has not been able to find the range at all tonight on hardly any of their outside shooting, unfortunately. Pat kicks it into Ballou. Nice pass.
Oh, that one, there's no stopping that.
From Patton to Ballou, that is just a nice bounce pass.
Right on coming on exposed baseline on the weak side.
Berg on the right side, gets it into a Koob. Koob had nowhere to go. Kennel at the top of the key for 3. Didn't even get there. And was out of bounds, goes to Trotwood. Troy kind of picking him up full court now. Patton being guarded by Koob. Drives right to the foul line, no good. It was short. Rebound, McClurg. He's just going to take it himself, kicks it back to Koob. Koob all the way down on the far side to Kennel. Kennel into Litton. Litton looking to go nowhere. Gets to the Persinger, give and go. Persinger got it blocked. Litton with the rebound. Gets it back up, no good. He is fouled. He is going to go to the line, shooting 2.
Big men were doing their job down there. Number 40, number 15 in white for Troy. They were doing their job.
Letton at the line, shooting the first of 2. First one's away. Nice touch off the front of the rim, gets it to go. I think a few more of our underwriters will make it all happen here on TCR Sports, Sound City Music, Excellence in Dentistry, Willoughby's Hollow, Hybrid Strength and Fitness, Union Savings Bank, and Bodey's Automotive. Again, thank you very much, underwriters. And the second one from Litton is good. I think Litton's perfect from the free throw line here this evening.
Yeah, he's missed 2.
Has he missed 2?
No, I'm sorry, he's missed 1.
Trotwood with the basketball, bats it around. It's going to go out of bounds. That is going to go off of Litton. So Trotwood is now bringing in all of their second team varsity. So they're bringing in Shaw, Bird, Johnson. I'm missing one or a couple here, but Courtney Bird got the ball inside and he is fouled.
Heron's out there.
Or what did they call player control on that? That's what it looks like. It called a player control. Not sure who they called that on, or foul away from the ball, but anyways, it's Troy's basketball. They kick it inbounds, and Kennel loses a handle, and it's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to remain Troy's basketball. Went right off of Kennel's hands, right to one of the Trotwood players. Got another ball player in for Troy, number 30, Austin Anders, a 6-foot senior forward. Anders is in for the Trojans. Koob with the basketball, stops it about the foul line, no good. Gets his own rebound, gets it up, no good on the left side. And there's going to be a foul, and that foul's going to go. It's going to go against Zion Taylor. It's his first, but that's going to send the Trotwood Madison Rams to the line, shooting 1 in bonus. Jamar Johnson at the line, shooting the 1 in bonus for the Rams. 3:01 left here in the fourth quarter. It's a 64-33 lead for the Trotwood Madison Rams. Johnson at the line, his first attempt, no good. Rebound Trotwood was able to kick it right back out. Johnson with the basketball. Got a push. Going to be that's going to go against Zion Taylor. He gets called with the push. That's his second foul here of the evening. Kennel's coming out for Troy. Stafford's coming in. Johnson back at the line, shooting a 1 in bonus. His first one's away, no good. There's going to be a push against Trotwood. That foul's going to go against number 22, DeRay Harris. He gets called with a push. Now Troy's going to walk all the way down to the other side of their side of the floor to shoot a 1 in bonus on their end. Oh, actually, they're shooting 2. They're in the double bonus now. So Austin Anders at the line, shooting 2. His first one's away. Pin and out. That thing rattled around the rim and came right out. 2:54 left here in the ball game. And Trotwood leads this 64-33. Second one's away. Anders gets it to go. Trotwood gets the ball right up the floor. Shaw gets it up to Johnson. Gets it back to Shaw. Shaw on the dribble, just takes it right out to the top of the key, just backs it up, starts the offense for Trotwood. It's all the way over to the left side to Bird. Bird tries to throw it in and it's tipped away. Intended pass. It's supposed to go to Heron and it goes. Couldn't see who got a hand on that. Was it Coop get a hand on that?
Yep.
So Trotwood triggers the ball out of bounds, gets it into Johnson. Johnson being guarded by Taylor. Gets over to Harris, which gets it to the right side to Heron. Heron being guarded by Coop, just up on the top of the circle. Trotwood with the drive, gets it into Heron, and in for two. 2:15 left here in the fourth quarter. It's a 66-34 lead now for Trotwood. Coop gets it across the side timeline to Taylor. Taylor lobs it into Funderburg. Funderburg wasn't able to handle. Here comes Trotwood. On the run, they come. Backs it out, looks inside. And that ball is going to go off of the Coop. Out of bounds. It'll be Trotwood's ball on the left side of their basket. 1:56 left to go here in the ball game. The Coupe is out. Busio is in now for the Trojans. Trotwood triggers it in, up and over. Fight for the basketball is lost out of bounds off a Troy player. Trotwood hangs on the basketball, still taken out of bounds on the left side of their basket. Looking to get it in. Get it into Harris. Harris loses the handle. Going to go out of bounds. Nice hands by Austin Anders. But it will remain Trotwood's basketball. Harris triggers it into Shaw. Shaw on the dribble, being guarded by Stafford. Gets it over to Bird. Bird still with the dribble. Back to Bird. Bird with the 15-footer off the glass, no good. Anders with the rebound for Troy, gets it to Stafford. Stafford's bringing the ball up the court, gets it across the timeline. Backs it up, 1:28 left here in the ball game. Gets it to Trey Busio on the far left. Back to the top of the key to Anders. Anders for three, you got it. He just stepped right up and popped that at the top of the key and gets it to go.
He says, I am a senior, I will score.
He said, I'm wide open for three. Let me see if I can hit it. And he drilled it. An outhouse left on the clock.
Hey, what?
66-37.
Think I was asleep.
And I think you were. Trotwood the basketball. Nice spin move, no good. Rebound Troy. Busio with it. Gets it across the timelines. Gets it to Stafford. Stafford on the dribble. Gets it over to Busio on the far right. Thunderberg looks to throw it inside to Anders, and he was trying to thread that right through a needle. There was nothing but red jerseys there.
Yeah, that was well considered.
Not sure where he was going with that, but anyways, Trotwood with the basketball. Gets it over to Johnson. Johnson kicks that into Harris. Harris is going to take a big move, and they're going to call a jump ball, and it's going to remain Trotwood's ball with 37.2 seconds left.
Mr. Johnson was surprised by Mr. Funderburg when he made his fancy spin move and ran into big number 34.
Big man was standing right there.
He was just kind of going, not on my watch.
And there's going to be a hold. See who they're going to call that going. That's going to go against Mr. Taylor. It's his third foul. That's going to send Jamar Johnson, a 6'1" junior guard for Trotwood, to the line, shooting two. And the first one's there. I guess that was a one and bonus. They're still in the one and bonus. He gets the first one to go with 31.2 seconds left. Johnson gets his second attempt. Next one's away, gets them both to go. Troy inbounds it. Busio with the ball, gets across the timeline to Taylor. Taylor had nowhere to go. He's still on the dribble, loses his handle. Gets it. Stafford was able to pick it up. Gets it into Funderburg. Funderburg goes right up and in on the left side to score 2 points. 14 seconds left here in the ball game. Stafford Gardens, Shaw. Shaw just pulls it back out. That's going to do it tonight. 3, 2, 1, and that is the ball game. Troy Trojans ran into another buzzsaw here this evening, losing to the Trotwood Madison Rams 68-39. Doug Page and myself will be back with the post-game report right after these messages here on TCR Sports.
Jim Taylor's Troy Ford, 3230 South County Road, 25A, right here in Troy. 339-2687 or TroyFord.com. At Jim Taylor Troy Ford, you'll not only find low prices on great vehicles, but an award-winning service department as well. Jim Taylor's Troy Ford, 3230 South County Road, 25A, right here in Troy.
Welcome back to Student Activity Center here at Troy High School on a chilly Friday night, and it was a chilly night shooting for the Troy Trojans. Unfortunately, the Trojans ran into a very good Trotwood Madison team here, and they lost 68-39. And again, it was pretty much all Trotwood Madison from the opening tap. There's really not a lot we could say here tonight, Doug, other than Trotwood Madison's got a very good ball club. Troy had to play extremely, extremely well. The full court press just basically just gave them fits all night, and that's what just increased their lead. They didn't score a bucket until like 5 minutes into the second quarter. So it's, again, you can't say anything but the Trotwood Madison Rams is a very, very good team. And looking at they're going to have to come back and play tomorrow night. Troy, they can't again let a game like this bother them, but they're going to have to come back and play tomorrow night. But tonight's ball game was again pretty much
a disaster.
Disaster. Pretty much all Trotwood Madison.
Yep. Leading scorer was Miles Ballou with 16. Amari Davis had 13, and Torrey Patton had 12. The big three showed up for Trotwood Madison and produced.
Yes.
The other side of the ledger, Michael Linton, 11 points.
Was he was the high leading scorer
high
for the Trojans?
And he was 7 of 8 from the line.
He's got a nice touch from the free throw line for a big man.
The other big man, Austin Funderburg, had 7, and in one half, Yakub had 6. There's not much you can say about this. They ran into tonight a much better team, but with Yakub playing only one half,
right?
With the sophomore not dressed, it made a world of difference to what this team is. I'm not sure adding those two would have made a difference in the final result tonight.
Right.
But it would have been a little bit closer.
Yeah.
Because Trotwood Madison could do whatever they want, whenever they wanted. And
without having a Kube as the ball handler and Zach Reichelferter not in there as that sophomore, that was that's a big chunk out of it, and that just kind of throws the whole team off. Though they had to bring Persinger back to handle the basketball to even try to get it across half court.
Well, I think if Reichelferter, I'll get his name right one of these days.
Yes.
If Zach had played, that would have been one more big man, which would have meant fewer minutes for Persinger.
Yes.
Who ended the night with 3 points.
And
he did a hell of a job out there. He
played hard.
Oh, Lord, he played hard. Everybody out there played hard for Troy. There was nobody. There was no give up in this one. Now, some kids got to play who got more minutes than they might normally get. Anders played the fourth quarter and put up 4 points, including one of the few three-pointers that went in the hole. Yakub just, he was basically shut out on 7 3-point attempts in the second half. And I'm sorry, but you do not drive the lane against Trotwood unless you are big.
Yes.
And I thought Micah Linton and Austin Funderburg used their size and their length to the best they could. They caused some problems on the offensive glass for a change. And they blocked, Persinger blocked 4 shots that I counted.
And Linton had a couple blocks too tonight.
Linton had a couple blocks. This ain't over. This is what, the 6th game of the season?
6th game of the season, and it's one of those things. And again, they've, 2 Friday nights in a row, the Troy Trojans have ran into 2 clubs that just could do no wrong. Last Friday night over at Greenville, and now tonight here at home against the Trotwood Madison Rams. But this is GWalk basketball, and there is the GWalk is just as strong in basketball as they are in football, and this is what you get when you're playing the GWalk. You've got Trotwood, you've got Wayne, you've got Greenville. Sydney's no slouch, and you never know what team is going to show up for Piqua. So folks, I'm telling you, GWalk basketball is a lot of fun to watch, and tonight was one of those that wasn't so much fun for us Troy fans, but. If you want to watch a good basketball team, this Trotwood Madison team is a good one. And we're going to have to go back down there again and face them on their own home floor later in the season.
Well, you never know what the year will bring.
Yes.
Injuries, illness, attitude. But Troy actually outscored Trotwood in the final quarter, 17-10.
Yeah.
Granted, a lot of the subs off the bench for Trotwood were in for the last 4 minutes, 3 minutes. But no, they, the first half of the 4th quarter, they were out there against the best Trotwood Madison had, and they played them basically pretty much even up. So it's not like this team can't play. They just had a bad night. They never figured out that
the zone or the press,
the full court press. By the 3rd quarter, Madison dropped back out of it because Yakub was breaking it, and all you need is one good slick ball handler, and you can do something. Well, time to stick a fork in it.
It's done, and it's unfortunate, but again, Trotwood come in tonight. Pretty much handed our Trojans their hat here this evening, 68-39. But this game is over. But we're going to have one more game here before the new year takes place, and that's we're going to be heading back across town Tuesday night, Troy Christian High School, where we're going to watch the Troy Christian Eagles take on the Yellow Springs Bulldogs, and that is a Metro Buckeye Conference battle. The Troy Christian Eagles is trying to hang on to 5 years in a row that they've had the Metro Buckeye Conference title, and I'm telling you what, it's going to be a little bit tough because the Yellow Springs Bulldogs are extremely tough, Doug.
Well, this is going to be an interesting year for the Eagles.
It's going to be an interesting year.
We'll get to take their temperature when we get there on Tuesday night.
Absolutely. So for Dave DeNoyer, for Troy Community Television On Demand, Kyle Matthews back at the station, my good friend Doug Page, I'm Dave Fisher. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Tuesday night.
Good night, Gillette, Wyoming, and all the ships at sea.